Hello crafters and welcome to G's Creations, and this is my first video today. There were 5 videos from me this week as requested by you on Facebook. You have asked me to do a little mini card series regarding some of the cards that I've uploaded onto Facebook over the past few weeks, and the first one we're doing is this one. Now I know I did this one on a video tutorial, I'll link that one in the corner, about a week or so ago, but people want to see how I done the nautical one, so I've listened to you. This is requested, so I'm going to do it. Now as you can see, I've done the nautical side of it and I love the nautical. I'm a big nautical fan, but it can be adapted to suit any design that you want. This one has no sort of embellishments as such, it's purely stamps and colour, where this one has all the different type of wooden buttons sold in my store, which is currently still down. They are working really hard to get it up and running. It'll be a week today that it's been shut, and it's driving me a little potty, but they are doing everything they can to get it up and running. So as soon as the store is back open, you can head over and get these buttons, and it's the baby, the cube, and the little girl. So it's a baby, so it's a nice little new baby girl card. And then you've got my favourites, which are the nautical ones. So we're going to use the blues and the whites today. I'm going to be using Distress Ink, Faded Jeans and Broken China. I'll be using my stamp set, which is Foliage from Ink and Ninkadoo. I'll be using my 2-inch punch and my scallop square punch from Martha Stewart. It doesn't actually say what size the punch is, but it is just a tad over 2 inches, because you get the tiniest of borders around the square punch. As you can see here, you get the tiniest of borders, so it's probably 2 1/16 or something. These embellishments here are also stocked at G's Embellishment Emporium. So the first thing, I've got all my card bases and card size cut already, so please go ahead and do those appropriate to the sizes you use. My white inlay, which is this part here, I'm going to emboss. And I found this gorgeous nautical anchor embossing folder, and it's from X-Cut, and I'm a big fan of X-Cut products. I found some gorgeous die cuts recently, and I've just given myself a paper cut. Ouch. So let me move this to one side, bring up the cuttle bug, and let's get this chap embossed. Okay, on the cutter bag I have my A plate and my B plate. I've got my embossing folder. I'm going to put the cardstock in the folder. Make sure it's straight. Yep. Put him on the A-B plate, put my other B plate on top, and crank it. Oh, come on. There we go. And there we have the gorgeous imprint of all the anchors. So let's take this away. Right. As I said, I have cut my inserts, so these are my 2-inch squares. The next thing I need to do is I need to use my Martha Stewart, and using some offcuts from my first inlay, which is this lovely blue here, I'm going to cut out my border, and I need 3 of those. The only thing I don't like about this Martha Stewart punch is that you can't see if the pages are lined up. I suppose you could underneath, but it's not as noticeable easily like you get on the standard punches, but I do like it. Right, I'm going to ink the white punches using the Broken China, and this ink blending tool is the one that is available from Little Acres Creations. There'll be a link for that below. So I'm just going to put a dab of blue around the outside. just so it's not so stark. I was actually thinking if I should put some blue on this, but I think what I'll do is I'll see how these look against it, and then I'll check to see if it needs it, because I'm going to put these ones at an angle like that. Oh, you know what, guys? I think I've made a boo-boo. I should have actually stamped my image onto this first, because now my foliage isn't going to sit properly on the page as it now that it's been embossed. So I should have inked it first and then embossed it. So if you do recreate one of these, I suggest you do the inking part before the embossing. Oh, mind you, saying that, that's not too bad. I quite like the distorted distressed look. I don't mind that at all. So up to you whether you do the inking beforehand or afterwards. I would have done it, if I was thinking about it, I would have done it after. So that was Faded Jeans. Now I'm going to use Broken China, and it's the same stamp set, same stamp, just to give the because this foliage works really well for the under the sea type projects. I use this one on my under the sea cards, which I done last week. I'll link that above as well. That's not too bad. So moving that to one side, let's concentrate on these. Right, I'm going to have a look through my stash of nautical theme buttons that are stocked in my store, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I've pulled out a selection, and depending on what colour cardstock you could use like a pink variety. You got the pinks, or you could go down the the yellow route, or you could go down the green route. But I'm going to go down the blue route because it's in keeping with the papers that I have. Now, using the thread that I use in my curve stitching, I'm going to cut a piece away, and I'm going to loosely, I'm going to use the word very loosely here, sew these buttons on. So I'm going to pop that through the eye of the needle. Right, and we'll start with the starfish. Now, because these are going to be kind of diamond angled, I'm going to do these at the appropriate angle that suits them. Right. So I'm going to pull one through. Right. Then I'm going to pop this through the other hole. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but I'm basically going through the button. Oh, if I can get this threaded, there we go, through the hole in the button, through the cardstock at the back, and then I'm simply going to tie the button onto the cardstock. So it looks like that. So I'm going to do that with the other two buttons, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, now using the square foam dots that are stocked in G's Embellishment Emporium, you get 400 to a sheet for 99 pence. So that works out to be about just under $2, I believe. I'm going to put one of these in each corner, and then I am going to pop him on the Martha Stewart base, the scallop base. So take the backers off. As you can see, I literally just tied it on at the back. So I'm just going to pop him on his base. Bring my card base over, and then decide in which positioning I want them. I think I want the fish that way. Yeah. and then using the art glitter glue, which is available from memomadeit.com. There'll be a link for memomadeit.com and also Little Acres Creations below in the description box. So I'm going to pop that down. Oops. Pop you down. I want you at an angle, so I need to make sure I put him in the right place. And a little sailing boat. There we go. And I'm going to glue that to the first insert. So I have a 1/4 of an inch all the way around, and then pop that onto my card base. And on the inside, I'm just going to use the Nautical themed, and it's 13 pieces. It's from Inka Dinka Doo. Does it say what it's called? No, but it's a Nautical themed. And I'm going to use the phrase sea breeze. I'll pop that on the round stamp block. And I think I'm going to use the broken china. And I'm going to pop that in the corner. Just like that. Now on the reverse, I'm very lucky that my logo is the circle with the G in it, and May Stamp Set Stitch Shapes has a stitched circle in it. So now I use that on the back of all my cards with a G alphabet letter that I have. So that represents my logo almost perfectly. It's such a great accident that happened, that May was suggested this stamp set, and it works perfectly with my logo. So there we go. That's the first card in this week-long series of cards at G's Creations. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you again tomorrow. Take care now.